Hey, it's Claude Johnson here with GuitarControl.com, and I hope you're doing well today. Hope you're doing great, actually. And I want to go over just a little bit of review on basic chords and just give you one new tip that I think is a little bit important. So, just to go over the basics, I always tell beginners to master 7 basic chords because this will give you like 80% of what you need to play most songs, okay? So I'll just review this again. It's A major, A minor, E major, E minor, and then G, C, and D. So you can check some of my other videos. I go over those 7 chords in a little bit more detail. In fact, I didn't give you any detail right now, but I just want to review the fact that there are 7 basic chords that I recommend you start with. 2 tips that are really useful when you're learning chords. One is what I call the ring test. This is kind of just a way to make sure, let's say you're playing like an E minor chord. So, how do you know you're playing it correctly? Well, what you do is you play each string individually, and you make sure it rings out nice and clear. And when that happens, the whole chord should ring out nice and clear. The other trick is what I call the bowling ball grip. You're reaching around, instead of just feebly trying to grip the fretboard, make sure you got a nice hooking angle so you have enough leverage physically to press down hard enough, okay? So really press down, all right? Now, the new tip that I want to give you for today, switching chords is really important. That's kind of the next step after you get your basic shapes down. So, let's take like G to C. If I'm playing like okay, so when I switch, okay, the most important thing is I'm landing on the beat, okay? So if I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, I want to strum and land on that, okay? Now, this is, let me back up a step. Before you even get into playing in rhythm, you should really just drill it as far as just shifting back and forth, okay? But then once you get that down, you want to start playing rhythm and really try to land on the beat. Now, even if you're not switching super fast, it's okay, because when you lift off, you still get a little bit of that, you still get some of the strings kind of ringing out, some of the overtones, and so that'll kind of fill in the gap. If you were to just kind of mute the strings, it's a different sound. So let me play it slowly, just kind of show you what I mean. So you see there's a little gap where you lift off, and you don't have to like do it in like 2 milliseconds and just try to get it as fast. I mean, it's great to switch as fast as you can, but don't get caught on that, okay? So that's kind of what I wanted to, the whole point I wanted to make here. Now sometimes you'll get that little pause you can mute. See what I did there? I kind of pressed against the strings. That's a whole nother technique that we'll go into another time, but basically I stopped the sound. And it gave me a real clean kind of sound. Usually if I'm strumming, I don't do that. It's just, oops, I just did it, sorry. Let me try that again. So you see what I'm doing there? I'm just kind of, it's kind of ringing as I'm getting ready to switch, and that's totally okay, even if you're going slow. You can really hear it there. So when you're playing up the speed, you'll barely hear that anyway. You can also do like little pickups and accents, which even hide the gap even further. But again, the most important thing is just when you go to that next chord, land on the beat. All right. So that's just a little bit about playing chords, switching between chords. It's really important. And you know, once you get these basic chords down and you're switching between them, you're like an inch away from playing your favorite songs. And that's what I go over in my Ultimate Guitar Song Collection course, starting with all the basics that you need to know, and then going through a really awesome repertoire of some of the most popular rock songs, rock and pop and blues, and a little bit of metal too, but mostly just rock, you know, classic stuff. So check that out at guitarsongcollection.com. All right, thanks for watching. We'll talk to you real soon.